Yeah, I've read your comments. I knew that there were a lot of you that didn't like Samsung's Exynos processors, but I didn't know there were so many of you. Because yep, it seems Samsung users aren't really happy with Galaxy phones and Exynos chips according to new data. YouTube, Apple, and other companies are making several adjustments to provide better service during the crisis, and we have some new in real life photos of the OnePlus 8 Pro, and let's just say that it looks familiar. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thank you everyone for staying at home and joining us, because we're also home as well, even with the green screen. But anyways, today we decided to make a show that's a little different with the news, in addition to information that's useful to you given the whole coronavirus outbreak. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, and actually they begin for new products. Those of you in the market for those new iPad Pros and new MacBook Airs, well, currently Amazon already has them on sale. You can get the MacBook Air packing Intel's 10th generation i3, 8 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigabytes of storage for $50 off, leaving it at $950. The iPad Pros are getting the same treatment, which means they start at $850. Moving on to B&H, the 2017 MacBook Pro is $650 off, which means you can get the 13-inch variant for $1,150, even if they still have the butterfly keyboards. And we get deals on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, in addition to other devices. In the links in the description, I'm not going to bore you with all the specifics. Now, we're just a couple of days away from the launch of the HUAWEI P series, which I don't know how many people are going to go crazy for, given the limitations and the current situation. But anyways, we have new leaks. We have a tweet that shows us several renders of the design, but this one includes the fact that apparently the phone will bring the world's first quad curved display. Yeah, I know. This means that the display is not only curved on the sides, but also at the top and bottom. I don't know how that's going to work. And then another leak shows hints that the series will be starting at €799. I don't know exactly how reasonable that price is, given the fact that we don't assume Google Play services are going to make the cut. We'll see. And yes, we're all staying home, and we decided to make this little compilation of everything that's going on coronavirus related, particularly focused on tech, obviously, what things matter to you. Let's begin with the fact that Verizon will be adding 15 gigabytes of free data from March 25th until April 30th. Unlimited plans will also be getting stuff differently, though we'll get you specifics as soon as we learn more. And remember, Sling TV was offering free news channels given the whole coronavirus outbreak? Well, the company has just added 19 more. And those of you that have been wanting to stay in shape, I'm not a fan of Fitbit services, but if you have one, right now they're offering 90 days of free trial of their premium service, which is actually a good thing. I mean, you want to stay in shape at home, I think that that's probably a good alternative. You can learn more about all of these in the description. Now, sadly, not everything that's going on with coronavirus is positive. Let's move into the negative portions, or to a certain degree, the little adjustments that companies have had to make in order to address the problem. Let's begin with Disney Plus, as the company launched today in Europe, but the company is lowering the quality in anticipation to higher consumer demand. Netflix, Apple TV, Amazon, and Facebook have done the same thing with their services. And those of you that left Apple products in repair at Apple stores, well, we covered the fact that it seems that you won't be able to claim these until the Apple Store opens again, and sadly that's apparently not going to happen until April 14th according to some new developments. Hope that changes eventually, but that's currently what we know. And obviously for those of you that are consuming YouTube right now, you might have noticed that video started in SD instead of HD, which in the past it would default to 720p. Now it's going to default to 480p as a part of a measure, and it's not going to roll out to everybody initially, but it will eventually to everyone as the company takes measures. Now, you can manually select whatever quality we uploaded the video in, which is going to continue being 1080p and 4K, depending on if it's the daily or an editorial video. So we're not going to change our upload quality, but just notice that that's the reason why videos will start looking weird and funky during the next couple of weeks. Now let's move back to tech news, starting with the OnePlus 8 Pro, or wherever the name of that phone is going to be. Those of you in the market to see whatever we're getting, well, we've got some in real life images, and we see the phone in its gray color variant with a quad camera system at the back that includes a time-of-flight sensor and the new main sensors. At the front, we see the punch hole at the top left corner and the new display. It definitely looks like last year's offering, which could be good and bad. Obviously, there are some improvements in hardware, but it's like if this were a T variant of anything. We'll keep you posted if that's going to end up being the case, as the rumors were that we should expect it over the next month, but we don't know now. Now, finally, the most interesting news today have to do with, well, Samsung and their strategy for launching Galaxy phones. For the longest time, we've received Exynos variants for the launch of Galaxies internationally, and then Snapdragon variants in the United States and certain other markets. The thing about it is, apparently, consumers are actually not happy, and somebody actually decided to put those numbers together. It seems that consumers went as far as to making a petition to charge.org asking Samsung to stop putting Exynos chips on their phones. The petition reads, Exynos SoC chips are shown to perform slower, have less battery life, use inferior camera sensors, and overheat and throttle. The purpose is to at least get Samsung to be clear about their inconsistencies and probably even lower the price of their phones if they're not the same quality as the US variants. Now, for those of you asking exactly what the number is, apparently there are 24,000 petitions, which is obviously small considering the install base, but 24,000 petitions is a lot. That's a lot of unhappy customers. Let us know in the comments down below, have you ever used the Galaxy with an Exynos processor and how do you feel about it? Because I think the last time that I did was with the Galaxy S10, which was the only time that all the phones were Exynos. It was at the time that the Snapdragon 810, I believe, was having overheating issues. Battery life was very bad and the overheating was there, but obviously I haven't tested anything later, and I would love to get some insight from you in the comments down below. What do you feel about this? Because, hey, if the service is not good, I say Samsung needs to make a change. Let us know what you think in the comments. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also, follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me stay at home as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm HUAWEI Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.